Connected. Channel switched.
Very good. Hello, Robert.
You got back okay? Okay, I'm starting the server now.
Okay, thanks.
So it should take a minute or two to come up.
User joined your channel.
I know the thing about the servers, but you never know where it's going to go.
God aften.
God aften.
This will only come up on the main server site because I haven't figured out how to use that, what you call it, the helper yet.
Yeah, the only servers I'm aware of is the main one and Hissy's.
Yeah, it's not show up. It's just but show up in the
Right.
Okay, it's come up, yeah. Yeah. Really? Yeah, well that's, nobody's got that anymore, I hope.
I hope.
And I hope that no, that there's at least one person connected already.
Okay, I haven't found it at all.
Are you using secure sockets HTTPS on the address line? I don't know why, but sometimes. I saw that there were 72 registered competitors, so I hope they all don't turn up because we can only take 60 on this search.
Okay, I don't see it. I don't see it yet.
Are you in your when Condor's in the address will come to the website? Are you using HTTPS or are you using HTTP?
It just says condorsoaring.com.
Yeah, is there a little padlock beside it?
Yes, there is.
Okay. Well,
It's closed.
okay, that's good.
User joined your channel.
Well, it's called VNC 2020, and
Hi, Tim.
Yeah, hi Tim.
hi Tim.
Yeah, I don't see it.
If you press Control F, and that will bring up the find, and then you just write in VNC, and that'll find it.
Try to refresh the Internet Explorer.
Did you try searching for it?
Yeah, we'll hear that, yeah. Search. No, I haven't.
Trying to set up the three W's to put the HTTP in front.
HTTPS. But he's got the right address, and he has the secure socket for it, so everything should work.
Says site can't be reached.
Okay, hang on. The site can't be reached. Which site?
HTTPS Condor Soaring.
Yeah, it's HTTPS. It's double T.
Where is it on the list? Is it the top or the bottom?
Well, if you just open the search button, you press Control F, and you get a search box, and then you just write in VNC, and that'll find it.
Where is it on TeamSpeak?
See it all the way down on TeamSpeak. You see virtual story, EST, and Norway.
I see that.
Yeah,
User joined your channel.
There's the link.
Yeah. Yeah, same server I have. I don't see it.
I wonder if there's something called a caching problem. If you open up a incognito window, and then type in the address to the server that way.
Don't
Then
try
I-
that.
Use the www.condorsoaring in an incognito window.
I found it.
Good. How many minutes do we have left?
9.
Thanks. It actually says on the server.
I don't know, but it's starting to load. What's the start altitude? Is that 1,500 meters?
Yes.
Okay, that's 4,900 feet.
Richard, are you on TeamSpeak?
Yep.
Hi, this is Tony. I've been practicing thermaling this week.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to. This landscape is almost Danish. That's a compliment, talking to Tim. You see it's one of the tow planes going along.
Tow plane, yeah.
Oh dear.
This is actually quite a good reputation of this aerodrome. Airfield. Yeah, I mean, this is more or less how it looks like.
Okay.
Det er ikke nemt, Tim. Du hopper rundt foran mig hele tiden.
Ja, det samme. Ja.
Ja.
Men nu tror jeg er bag ved dig, så nu har jeg øje på dig.
Ja, men jeg prøver at dreje lidt snævere, så tænkte jeg komme foran måske.
How was your flight, Robert?
Yeah, it was nice. Locally in my site.
Yeah, I went up to the flying club. I was booking, but the guy who had the plane before me didn't come back. So
Oh,
I think he went over to Barganes. I think because there was.
yeah. You start low in, I think it's 150 meters and soaring up to over 1,000 meters.
Right. It was much.
So it's a little bit sun breeze, and over the sun breeze is thermals.
Yeah. I mean, if it was anything like it was here, the day was fantastic.
Yeah, I saw they flew 900 kilometers yesterday, or the day before.
Not surprised.
Tim, der står noget lidt mærkeligt der, når vi kommer hjem. Er der noget med en bestemt højde der?
500 meter over jorden.
Nå, for der står 5 til et eller andet.
Ja, så det er 500 meter.
Okay. Altså det er QNH, må den ikke?
Og det skulle være iberegnet i PDA'en.
Ja, så det er nok noget med 350 eller sådan noget.
Altså, der skal være 500 meter på din højdemåler, når du kommer ind over.
Ja, okay.
Fordi, ja, det er QNH.
Ja. Var skyflyvning tilladt, mund?
Nej.
Nej.
Well, I must have learned something over the past week because I'm almost at cloud base, so I'm doing something.
Excellent. Have you figured out how to use your flap?
I have, yes, I've been practicing that as well. Although, this is a glider I've never really flown before. I've given it a try before, but I've never properly flown it. Liking it so far, though, it's nice.
Got the Antares.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's good. What happened?
what the hell happened there?
Got no idea.
I
Did
got
anyone else
host.
get that glitch?
I got a host disconnected.
Oh,
Yeah, a
Humble.
whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to make the same mistake I did last time. I'm going to go fly the task and upload it.
Yeah. I've got no idea why that happened.
What do we do? Do we just carry on, fly offline?
Yeah.
Thing is, I was relying on having people to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, who am I going to get to mark my thermals for me?
Suddenly I'm all alone here.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. Everybody just got disconnected.
I thought I was the only one.
Do you have still internet connection on your laptop, Joe?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't actually notice for a couple of seconds. It
People
wasn't
are
until I'd
trying
done a
to
full
reconnect.
circuit.
Shall I restart the server? There must be an internet problem
Yeah.
because I'm still in the server and I'm the only one connected to it directly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I have to go via the local area network instead of via the internet.
How many servers are running on this race?
Just the one.
Okay, because up in my right-hand corner where you have that little icon, let you know you're on the internet or not. I got an S1.
Oh, so you are on server then?
Well, no, I'm not now. I was earlier.
Yeah, I don't know what my icon means, but I assume it's saying I'm in an online session but broken.
Yeah, same as mine.
Okay, I restarted the server.
Are we restarting?
Yeah, because everybody was thrown off.
Okay.
Okay,
Good
so,
idea.
So we have to disconnect and reconnect now.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we stay
I think
flying or what do we
I'll
do?
just fly it offline. It's getting too late for me otherwise.
Yeah, it's getting too late for, I guess.
Can we still?
I think we just fly it offline. Just
Yeah, okay, but I've restarted the server so that people who want to fly on the server, they can.
Yeah, good
Okay.
idea.
I'm
So
just
if
gonna
we wanted to fly on the
offline.
server, we'd have to disconnect, would we, and restart from the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, no, I'm up in the air now, I'll stay.
Yeah.
I'm fly offline and upload my flight track.
Yeah. I got no idea why that happened.
Yeah,
Out of 4 tasks, had to meet twice now.
Okay.
and to be fair, what I'm seeing now is normal race for me with no other gliders around.
Yeah, that's okay. You can
It's
just
something like, yeah, it's something like flying a badge flight.
Four who've reconnected. 5.
It's happened again.
What happened?
Host disconnected and everybody, no animal alone again.
This is really weird.
It says you were kicked by server, slot request timed out detected.
What is that? Tim, do you know what that is?
Nope.
I mean, I reset the computer before before starting, I reset the computer so it was clean. There's nothing else running. And it didn't kick me.
Now I get host not found.
I've still got...
Ja, host not found.
I'm just wondering if... if the IP address has changed for some unknown reason. I'll check it. No, IP address is the same. The thing is that you have to shut down Condor before you can rejoin.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I just fly it offline.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do.
Audun, hører du? Hører du?
Now I got in again. You have to shut down the Condor quite before.
Yeah, that's it. I have some sympathy for the French guys now.
Yeah, hosting Tintin every day,
Yeah.
and people get angry when server disconnects.
Yep. That's
I don't usually fly that because it takes like 30 minutes to get launched.
yeah.
Which makes me wonder, why don't they use the airborne start?
Yeah, we've discussed that many times.
U.S. nightly soaring and Monday night soaring, they never use, the tow plane.
Yeah.
No, but on Tintin, it's French logic that counts.
Yep.
I'll be honest with you, a lot of folks don't like using the tow plane launch. Aero tow, I mean.
That's good practice, though.
In fact, I've discussed this before that a lot of folks don't fly Condor that have it because they can't fly the aero tow.
Yeah, but you can set up. I mean, if you. Oh, you mean on the server?
Yeah, right. They don't really like it. They don't like the fly aero tow because they can't do it very well.
But you can practice offline. All you.
Yeah, I know that. How to convince them of that, but they won't hear it.
In a queue. And I was really nervous about it because I thought suddenly everyone's going to be watching me balls this up.
Yeah. Oh, we all do it.
I mean, the only thing I've ever done in real life is a reverse tow car pulley, which is the same as a winch, in effect.
How does that?
But that was a long, long time ago.
Oh yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, my parents were in the Air Force, and there was an Air Force gliding club, and we used to have I used to sit on the back of this car. It was just a chassis and an engine and a couple of seats, and that we towed up the gliders with that.
Yeah, we used to have, we had two 5.3 litre American pickups. They were ex-army ones. They did a pretty decent job. But the airfield we were on, it was an ex-World War II airfield, so we had about a mile of tarmac runway, which was rather nice for a gliding club.
Yeah.
It was also good as a beginner because you really, really had to get it badly wrong to not land on the airfield somewhere. It was such a huge area.
Yeah.
You might get far enough away that people complain about how far they've got to pull you back, but at least you'll be on the airfield.
Yeah, we used to have I remember when I learned to glide with the air cadets, we used to have a Land Rover and a little trailer. So you went and picked up the glider with that, put it on the back of the trailer. One guy sat in it, and he flew it back on the back of on the back of the trailer. Just a bolt went through the skid to hold it down.
Yeah, well, when all this COVID nonsense is over, I'm going to get down to my local gliding club and look at rejoining because I'm really enjoying Condor.
Yeah.
And it's, where I am now, the nearest club has both winch and aero tow. So, got the best of both worlds because, winch is great if you're learning because it's a cheap way when all you want to do is get up and have a 5-minute circuit until you're allowed solo.
Yeah.
I mean, aerotow is expensive. I think a winch is something like £6 or £7, and aerotow is about 40.
I think we'll have to put a note on the Facebook page telling people that when this kind of thing happens that they have to shut down Condor before trying to rejoin.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because I saw on the server there were lots of people trying to rejoin and getting kicked straight away. How's it going, Tony? Have you started?
Yeah, I have. I might possibly have chosen an unwise route here. I don't know which way you guys are going. You going up that? Are you following the river or heading further to the west side?
I haven't started yet because I joined the server again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing okay. I'm making progress, but there don't seem to be a hell of a lot of clouds appearing in this direction, so I'll see how it goes. I might have to change plan a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was talking to these
Breaking up, Richard.
Condor server on a Linux machine under Wine.
We're breaking up, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I heard very little of that.
Okay. Yeah, no, there's another bunch of Norwegians running a server occasionally, once on Sundays, and they're running Condor on a Linux machine under Wine, which is the Windows emulator on Linux.
Does
Which was
Condor not
interesting.
have a... Yeah, does Condor have a native server? Yeah, as in
native to
without having the
Windows.
Condor game?
Yeah.
Because I'd have thought that'd be
for
on Linux,
but
wouldn't
for
it?
Win- Say again. So there's a program called Condor Dedicated Server, which comes with the... When you buy Condor, that's one of the programs you get.
Yeah.
And so if you run that, you can run, server game like this.
Yeah. Is that Windows only, or is there a Linux version of it?
No, it's just Windows.
Yeah. I mean, Wine tends to either work or not work, doesn't it? Usually if it's running under Wine, things are reliable.
Yeah, well apparently it runs under Wine.
Yeah.
Which surprised me, but I mean it's like maybe 20 years since I tried Wine last.
Yeah.
Oh, you never drink, Richard?
Yeah. Okay. Maybe 20 hours.
Okay. It's wine o'clock.
It's Wine o'clock, yes. My wife keeps on saying, stop whining.
Yeah.
Rather annoyingly, my trim doesn't seem to be doing anything. That's going to be tiring.
Definitely. How have you got the trim set up?
Well, it's the same buttons it's been on since I configured this joystick.
Okay.
Everything else is working fine. Yeah, normally when you adjust it, you get a little thing in the down in the bottom right that shows you what you've set it to. But I'm not seeing the message, and I'm not feeling any difference. So there could be worse things to stop working.
Well, yeah, but I heard that only works when you toggle F12.
Yeah, I mean, it normally works. Yeah, other messages are popping up, flaps and things are popping up there, which you'll be pleased to hear I am using properly.
Excellent. All you need to do now is to go around in horizontal circles
Yeah.
at a constant speed. Something I can't manage to do.
Well, Tony, you need to untack an option in the settings called stick trim when available.
Oh, what, sorry?
Stick trim.
Stick trim when available. It's an option in the Condor settings
Ah, right.
in controls. So if you have a glider with a stick trim, your normal trim will not work. Just tick the box and it will work always.
Okay. That's not something I can do in flight though, is it?
No.
No. Oh well.
Yeah, where do you find it?
I think it's in options or controls.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. But obviously it's a bit late to see it now.
Yeah.
Okay, options. Like KA8, you needed LS4.
You don't need the stick trim if you have buttons for the trimmer.
I do.
Okay.
So that's only in certain gliders then.
Right.
It'll serve me right for not test flying this, but I get away with disappearing for a night to do this. If I say I'm going a bit earlier to start practicing, that's pushing my luck a bit. Mind you, last week was quite a long session.
It was.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
In fact, I suspect you put me down there, Richard, just to get rid of me. You knew what was over that ridge, didn't you?
Yeah. No, it was halfway. You're halfway right.
Yeah.
I was thinking we'll
I
try it
looked- if
you don't get over
flight
it while
plan
you.
after. Sorry, carry on.
I thought, okay, we try it, and if you don't get over it, then you got almost to the end anyway.
Yeah, I looked at the flight plan after. I think I was 16k from the finish. And
Yeah.
like you say, literally, another 100 feet of height. I'd have cleared
Yeah.
the next bit, and then that was it. Final
Yeah.
glide.
Yeah, that was a shame. But it was just that final thermal, really. If
Yeah.
you'd managed to catch that, you would have made it.
Yeah, I was just I was tired. I was in too much of a flap. You know, it was
Yeah.
too close to the mountains for my comfort.
Yeah.
And so when it wasn't working immediately for me, I just sort of freaked out and thought, no, I'm going to run away and go and get some nice safe bridge lift. But I didn't really have a plan beyond that.
I watched Tim's video on it later on, and he didn't go over to top of the mountain anyway. He had to turn around and come back, and he went around. If I would have known we could have gone around, I would have done that in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a huge mistake.
Well, yeah, I think too. If I would have had
Oh, there were some nice streets.
yeah, if I would have had XC Soar,
Sorry.
yeah, if I would have had XC Soar, I could have probably seen that.
Yeah, but I don't use it.
I can't believe I'm asking this question, but are there cloud flying penalties?
Yes, I think so.
Yes, after last week's performance, it's not something I thought I'd have to worry about.
But since you have an artificial horizon,
Yeah. No, I mean, it popped up to say earlier, I kept on a little bit higher, and it popped up to say that I'd entered cloud, and I thought, oh, do I get penalties for this?
if it says you've entered cloud, I think you get penalty.
Oh,
I think so too.
How low are you?
1200.
Well, you're not on the ground. You've already been high once today, Robert.
Yeah.
So you can't be greedy.
Does anyone have a force feedback joystick?
No.
No?
No, me neither.
Do they still make them?
No. The only ones I'm aware of are the old Microsoft ones, which people who've got them rate them very highly. You know, if you can find one on eBay and then you need an adapter for the game port, yeah, people really seem to like them. I'm not sure how important it is for a flight simulator, though. Yeah, the force feedback wheel makes sense for driving games because you feel a lot through it. I'm not quite sure you'd get the same effect with a flight sim.
No, but I think it's more immersive.
Yeah,
But maybe it's not an advantage, but
I suppose what would work well for a gliding sim would be something that gives you a big kick up the ass when you hit lift, wouldn't it?
yeah. Or when you
Because that's what you're missing, isn't it?
or when you hit the ground,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a punishment. A horse kick.
Have you seen the film Ready Player One, Tony?
No, I haven't. My kids have promoted it. Yeah, they seem to really like it. I must watch it at some point.
Hey, by the way, speaking to you guys from England, any ever heard of the Yorkshire Gliding Club?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
I'm aware of it. Yeah, but I don't know it at all.
They've got a they sponsor they have a on the line group they call the Virtual Gliding Club.
Right.
Okay.
Something I was
start-
wondering actually. Something I was wondering on Condor Club website. Quite a lot of the competitions charge for entry. And I wonder what does the money go to? Is it raising money for people's local clubs? Because it always seems a bit steep. Just if it's just covering server running costs, that seems a bit much. Yeah, some of them are asking quite serious money for what is really just a virtual competition.
I don't know, maybe they have prizes.
Yeah. Oh, I suppose so. Yeah.
I've seen it, and they say we have to pay to get your scores counted. If you don't want
Yeah.
your scores counted, you don't have to.
Yeah, which I suppose is fine. It gives you the chance to fly and enjoy it, isn't it, and know how well you've done. But if you're not in the championship, you don't need to pay. Yeah.
In my opinion, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
You don't need to pay for a competition when there are so many
Yeah.
competitions
No.
with volunteers.
I don't mind if it's that someone stood up a server in Amazon or something and they're paying for its running costs, yeah, a nominal fee would be acceptable, wouldn't it, to get a reliable service?
Yeah. Well, that's what Condor Club is doing, isn't it? I mean, this is some. I can't remember how much it is. It's not much.
Well, Congo Club is, in our money, it's £12 a year, which is nothing for all the downloads you get.
Oh
Exactly.
no, that's okay. And it's only because the sceneries are for free and the competitions are, and they should keep it so.
Yeah, I pay that because it makes the downloads of sceneries a lot quicker.
I joined after I joined this group because I'd spent almost a week, having registered for this competition, I spent almost a week trying to download the scenery. And on the last day, I stumped up the money and downloaded it in about an hour.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that costs for that as well. Especially if you download a lot of scenery, it's well worth it.
Yeah, but take this Norwegian scenery, for instance. Arne Martin put a lot of time into this, and he's given it away for free.
Yeah,
that's the spirit.
I'll tell you what, I bought sceneries on virtual soaring, like CWA, CWB, CWC. Last one I bought was CWC, and that was like $25 US.
Yeah. That's the Czech Republic ripping you off?
Yes, it is.
By a scenery which is not even better than this?
Well, the only reason I bought the one, CWA, was sometimes I used to fly the BOTA, or the BATA, and you gotta have good scenery resolutions to see where you're going. You navigate by pilotage.
Yeah, and guess who's making that competition?
I think it's
It's the same guys that charge you for the scenery.
Oh yeah, they're under the virtual soaring group. Milos Cook.
The new Microsoft flight dynamics and the weather, so it's going to be interesting.
Say again, Richard?
There's an awful lot of hype around the new Microsoft 2020 flight simulator with regard to scenery and flight dynamics and weather. but they've
Yeah,
said
yeah.
nothing about gliding.
You're supposed to stream
No.
sceneries. You can't download just the sceneries because they are too big. You have to stream them.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what they say about gliding. I don't know.
I haven't heard it mentioned at all.
Somebody made a note of it yesterday on Facebook.
Well, for gliding, it's all about the physics.
Yeah.
I have a strong suspicion that the gliding physics haven't improved much since version 1.0.
Of Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah.
Well, they're supposed to be dividing the surface of the aircraft up into, I don't know, 40 or 50 different pieces and calculating the forces on each one.
Yeah, so aerodynamics should be okay, but what about the weather, thermals,
Yeah, exactly.
wind,
Yeah.
waves?
Yeah, you know the first lake you come to, the turn point is on a tiny little airport there, if I remember rightly. It'll be interesting to see if it's modelled.
I've not long passed it. I hate to say I wasn't paying too much attention. I was more looking up at the clouds.
Yeah,
Me
So
too.
sorry.
yeah, that's where your attention should be.
Yeah.
If it was modelled, I mean, I think it's only a little strip. I haven't been there.
It's funny how these things work. I've got, because I use VR. I've got a fly. It's still in early access. Fly Inside Flight Simulator, and it streams maps data for the terrain, and then adds a bit of auto-gen, and obviously things that matter have been modelled. It's quite funny because it knows where there's airfields and has kind of auto-genned them. So about 2 miles from my house, there's a bloke he's got a light aircraft and a helicopter, and he's got himself a very rough and very narrow grass runway. And if I fly out there, it's a beautifully smooth piece of tarmac. Yeah, I suppose I should be pleased that something that is one man's big back garden basically is actually modelled as an airstrip.
Very nice that it's tarmac. He doesn't even need to mow his lawn.
I've flown with him a couple of times, and it's quite frightening. You know, it's when you come to, it's not so much the width of it or anything. It's when you come to hold off, it's so uneven. I'm thinking, how the hell do you actually judge the height from the ground? Because it's just a series of ridges, and which one are you going to hit? But he does it all the time, so you have to remember that.
Yeah, you get used to it. A couple of weeks ago, I was doing my check ride in the new aircraft that we have.
Yeah.
And we went over to Fagernes, to the airport there, and I was doing circuits there for a while. Which is you know, is an airport capable of taking a 737. And when I came, and I thought that our airstrip on our little airport was big. When I came back, it looked tiny. You know, you get used to it.
Yeah, I was practicing a bit of thermaling last night, and I just loaded up the default scenery. Yeah, and just set it to very low wind, so I knew I wasn't cheating on ridges, and made sure it was all thermal.
Yeah.
And after a bit, I just thought, yeah, wherever I was, I thought I've had enough now. I'll just land, because I don't like to just end the game. I like to actually do it properly and land somewhere.
Yeah.
I was spotted an airfield. I thought I'll go down there. And as I landed, I looked over, and there was an airliner next to me, which is quite a nice touch, really. Not flying, obviously. You know, it's just a static model there.
Yeah. I think that one of the good things about flying in this and all over the place with different gliders is that you get used to judging angles.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first learnt to fly as an air cadet, you know, they used to say, you know, if you've got the airport at a 45-degree angle, you'll definitely get there.
Yeah.
They weren't interested in heights; they were just interested in angles.
Yeah. Well, in my very limited experience with the K8, I never went anywhere near out of clean range of the airfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was extremely timid. At such a young age.
I was too.
Yeah, it wasn't the thought of coming down and crashing or anything. It was the thought of the amount of trouble I'd be in.
I like flying the K8 better than 126, and I 126. Nice thing about a 126, you know, the thermal on a whisper, but you can't go anywhere. Unless you're, of course, Daniel Sessions. Last year he took a 126, 1,000 kilometers.
Wow. With the wind?
Yeah, it's a world record, yeah.
You know, talk about other flight simulators, and it amazes me that this isn't more popular, because one of the problems in the real world, gliding isn't a form of transport. It's purely there because you want to do it. Whereas you can see why people take powered aircraft, because you can get in it and you can go somewhere. But in a simulator, what happens to you? You learn to fly, and that's great. And then every day you fire it up, and you think, well, now what shall I do with it? Whereas you never have the problem with this. There's always some kind of game element to it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Also-
I know people
Yeah, I was
that
just
fly.
sorry.
Yeah, I know folks that fly, power aircraft simulators, and I said, like, what do you do? I just sit
Yeah.
there and fly. Well, that's nice, but it's gliding like I explained. You're flying in the fourth dimension.
Yeah, and I'm thinking at the time. Yeah, at the time when I was young and doing the bit of gliding, a friend of mine who had more money took up power flying. And I must admit, when we started, I felt my choice was inferior. I was doing it because it was what I could afford. But what I really wanted to do was the same as him. But then once he'd passed, we'd go halves on on hiring a plane and take it out. And the problem was always that, yes, it was great, whereas to go gliding, I had to turn up at the club and spend the whole day there, put my name on the list, wait for my turn to launch. Whereas when we went in the powered aircraft, we booked it, we turned up, we flew it. And then, into the clubhouse for a drink. But the problem was, every time we'd go up there, and we'd take off, and then we'd literally just sort of look at each other and like, well, where shall we go now? We've got this for an hour. We've flown all around the local area. It looks the same as it does all the time. The conditions are going to be the same, so what should we do? You just end up flying around the same sort of scenery that you always do. Whereas even if you did that with a glider, every time you go up, your experience is going to be different.
And the only excitement in a powered plane is will the engine last?
Yeah. That's what worries me. That's why I like flying with skis in the wintertime. Because at least you can land somewhere. I mean, in this country, just look at it.
Yeah.
The fields are, you think, oh yeah, I got some fields, but they're very small, and they've probably got stones in them. And they're surrounded by trees.
The best part of the gliding is the views
Oh,
afterwards.
I'm going straight through the middle. Say again?
Best part of the gliding.
Cut out.
That's why I do, because of the people. Not really. If you power fly, like you said, you go out to the airport, you rent the plane, you fly.
Yeah, so once you're proficient, it's like driving your car, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except you've got to worry a bit more about when the engine stops.
Yeah.
So compared to gliding, driving, the glider is more like a soapbox car.
Well, like a what? Sorry, you're very quiet there.
I said compared to driving,
Yeah.
then gliding is more like a soapbox car.
Yeah. Like a little go-kart.
Go-kart, yeah.
I think it's kind of like a sports. I think it's kind of like a sports car.
Yeah, I was thinking about that analogy. It doesn't quite ring true to me. I mean, when you've got a 50-to-1 glide ratio and a top speed of 270 kilometers an hour, that's not a soapbox.
No.
No,
It's a very scary soapbox.
KA8's a soapbox.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, that was the most fun ship I ever flown.
Yeah.
It's the only single-seater I've ever flown. But yeah, I liked it. It was, I don't think they're any good for trying to go anywhere, but for just going up into the airfield and soaring around a bit. Not that I was ever any good at that in real life. You think I'm bad in the game, I was worse in real life. But, Yeah, for just a bit of local flying, they're great. In fact, that's one of the appeals of the two clubs I can choose from near me. The one I'm likely to go for, not only do they have the winch, but they have a K8 as well.
Well, you know,
That'll be a bit of memory lane.
I even like flying the 6. The 6 was like more of a transition into a fiberglass ship.
No, I've never flown anything glass.
I never did either.
If you get a chance to have a go on an ASK-21, that's a good one to start on because it's just so, I don't know, it's in Norwegian I call it snill, kind. You know, it starts, the wing shots start to shake when it's going to stall, and it's just so easy to fly.
Yeah, it's like a fiberglass K8.
After flying a K-8, I'm more impressed with Carl Streetek and his exploits in the K-8 back in 1968. He set many world records on the Allegheny Ridges in Pennsylvania, yeah. The K-8, he got...
This Centaurus flies lovely at low speed, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It's really nice and stable and responsive.
I'm following Torben.
Yeah.
Oh, so you are on the server.
Yeah. So I figure if you're going to follow somebody who's used to flying in flat land.
Yeah.
You know, this must have been some kind of external network problem, because everybody got kicked except me.
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, very. I haven't even restarted the server. I mean,
Yeah.
I've restarted the server, but not the actual program. All I did was kind of start it again.
Yeah, okay.
So the program seems to be working fine. But and as I said, I'm connected through the local area network, not through the internet.
Yeah, what does that mean? That you are connected to the laptop?
Yeah, I mean, I'm using the internal network inside the router.
Okay.
So I just plug in the IP address of the laptop.
So where did the thermals go?
Oh, the thermals are still here. But we're not as far as you.
Soon in Hamar.
And my daughter is visiting, and she lives in Hammer. And I was thinking I could fly her back on the weekend, but the trouble is that then she's got to walk or get from the airport to where she lives. I don't know if there's any taxis or anything.
Is there an airfield in Hamar?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's uncontrolled. Torben, you're racing ahead of me.
Yeah.
Thunderbolt, that's a small airstrip in Docker. So I've been there a couple of times, flying with the
Try to keep a
microlight.
lookout for it this time.
Yeah, I have been in Docker once with my paraglider.
Yeah, I've flown hang glider there. You start off by the church up on the hill
Yeah.
there.
Correct. In the graveyard, almost.
Yeah. I was flying there one winter, and you land down by a church down in the valley in a big field, right?
Yeah.
And it was full of, there was about, I don't know, about a metre and a half of snow maybe. And somebody dug out a kind of a car park in the middle of all this. So I came in for a landing, and I was using the cars to judge my height. I couldn't see the snow, and I just flew straight into the snow. That was what's called a bureau stop.
Yeah.
I didn't even stand up. I just
Yeah. That light.
yeah. I've learnt to be careful of that. Let's hope there's a little bit of ridge lift.
Yeah, lift.
Not good.
Yeah, it's a good one. Think about taking it on the way back.
Yeah, maybe.
You see that the way the runway there is Torben, so you land towards the river very often.
Okay, yes.
You do a right-hand circuit here and come in over some power lines and land towards the river. Unless the wind is in the other direction.
Ground is on 500 meters. Finish.
Is there an arrival height?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I got the idea that an arrival height is, which is like at least circuit height, is not a bad idea.
1,600 feet, right?
Yeah. Something like that, yeah. What's the rule in Denmark, Tim or Torben? Do you have any rule about arrival height?
No, only small. 150 meter.
Okay. Yeah, when you're usually coming in fast, it should be enough, yeah.
Well, I finished as well.
Yeah, congrats.
Congrats.
Ja, tillykke.
It's a shame that we didn't have everybody in the race. It makes it a lot better.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah, we'll just have to upload to see how it went.
Yeah.
The problem is, I don't like it's not everybody uploads.
Yeah, I don't know why that is.
Well, you know, they got some servers that you hit the tab key and it gives you the results board.
Yeah.
But also you need to upload to the competition day 4 on the race results, not only to Condor Club.
Okay, I don't know how to do that.
you got an email with today, and in that email it says you can see the briefing here, and then on the briefing at the bottom there's another link that says upload here.
Oh yeah, I got that. Yeah. What I do is go to the Condor Club, go to competitions, select this particular competition, and then go to results.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way to do it. Without email.
Line was start.
What was that? You got confused?
I was speeding for the finish, and I saw the finish line, but that was actually start.
Okay. But the finish is almost in the start sector, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you could pull up.
Yeah. I pulled up on the start sector instead of the finish sector.
Oops.
But anyway, I have landed now.
Congrats.
Without wheel down.
Oh, I did that last time. I keep on saying to myself, pre-landing checks.
Yeah.
You know that one, Robert?
I see Arne Martin has a first place.
Wow,
Okay.
that's his scenery.
Yeah. And then Stephen Hill. Stephen Hill.
Stephen, I think.
Yeah, Stephen, yeah.
Yeah, I've flown together with Stephen. It's SJH, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Brits fly together occasionally. On which day is it? I forget which day, but anyway, I sometimes join them. Oh, they fly. You know this Norwegian championship. The other one.
Yeah, held by the
Sky
Polish. Yeah.
Championship.
Exactly.
Yeah, they very often fly that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I see that one a lot too. I thought they fly that on Sundays, correct?
Yeah, maybe you're right. Sunday, yeah. Yeah, that's right. It's on Sunday. You're streaking away from me, Torben.
Yeah, a little maybe. But the next cloud seems to fade away.
Yeah. What about the one slightly to the left, a bit further away than that?
Yeah, I'm sure it will be good. But I take a chance and go on.
Famous last words. Yeah.
Yeah. But sometimes it pays off to take a chance. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you don't see the speed at all in the race results.
You
No.
find something?
Yeah, I have a little bit of work to do, so I'll say bye
Okay.
for now, and thanks for a nice race. Really nice task.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pleasure, but the short time we got to spend with you.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you guys. Bye-bye.
See you, Tim. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
User disconnected from your channel.
Tactics are way beyond me. I just want to get home.
Well, the typical when we're throwing hang gliders, the typical tactic is that if if you know somebody's leading, you stick with them and you don't do anything different.
Yeah. Well, that was my plan this evening. I thought, great, I'll make sure I follow everyone and see where they go, and I didn't even get a chance at the start.
That was a shame.
Yeah.
The trick is to actually speed up to the VNE before they finish, before they start
Yeah.
flying.
Yeah.
So you have maximum energy.
Yeah. It's amazing how much of a difference that makes.
Yeah.
Especially when somebody has designed a start where you can glide to the first ridge or something if you've got VNE.
Yeah.